All right, factor quadratics where the a value is 1 or -1. And by the a value, remember, standard forms is ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is the standard form. This is the quadratic we're going to start with, and we're going to factor it down to 2 factors. Excuse me. So with that going forward, I want you not to look at this page. I just want you to follow along with me so you're not overwhelmed. Factor the polynomial x squared plus 13x plus 30. All right. Things I need to remember. The a, which is right here, which is the value of 1 if you don't see it. Remember, this is ax squared plus bx plus c. So the product of a and c, so a times c, so a in the 30 is going to have to equal 30. So we need to know that. So this product that I just circled, your a and your c, so your a and your c has to equal 30. So in other words, 1 times 30 is 30. The sum of both of the numbers has to equal your b. So this has to equal your b. This is your a times your c. And you can stop the video and screenshot this if you need to see this. That is going to tell you both are positive. Well, let me tell you why they're both positive. I don't like the way that's explained. So these are both positive. My factors is what I'm talking about. Both my factors are going to be positive. So I'm going to have an x plus and an x plus. And this is the way to remember that. You look at the last symbol. So I'm skipping the first one for right now. You look at the last symbol. If this is positive, both of the factors, the elements, the values of your operation are going to be the same because this is positive. Look to the sign in front of it. That is positive, so that tells you that both of these are positive. Once I start doing more examples, that will make more sense if I lost you. So now, factors of 30, 1 times 30, that equal 13, because I need that to equal b, 13. Well, this one doesn't work. 2 times 15 is 30, but adding it up is 17. I need it to be b because, or 13 because b is 13. 3 times 10, if I multiply that, that's 30. If I add 3 plus 10, I get 13. So what I put in my factors here are my 3 and my 10, and they're both positive, as I just mentioned. So let me do another example with a different one, and I'll do more actual problems, but this is the lesson teaching it. So now I'm going to factor a polynomial. Remember, product is your a times your c, so this is your a x squared plus bx plus c, and the sum of a plus c has to equal b. So let me get to why both of these are negative. If I look again at the last, I'm always skipping the first one. I'm always looking at the last symbol, the mathematical symbol. Both are positive. This is a positive. So I know both of my factors are going to be the same. How do I know what they are? I look to the sign in front of it. This is negative. So I know I'm going to have an x minus and an x minus. So one more time. I look to this symbol. If it's positive, it's going to be both of my factors are going to be positive, or both of them are going to be negative. I look to this symbol and it tells me that both are negative. Okay. So now, product of AC, that if I add them equals B. -1 times -24, that equals 24. But if I add them, that's not. I'm looking for the value of B here. Your value of B is 11. So this is not 11. negative 2 times negative 12 is 24. But if I add negative 2 plus negative 12, that is not negative 11. I need it to be negative 11. So that doesn't work. So then looking at negative 3 times negative 8, that equals 24. And if I add them, I get negative 11. So I write my factors in here. So x minus 3, x minus 8. The third example then I'm going to show you. Same thing, I'm looking for factors of the polynomial. Again, your product is your a times your c. This is your a plus your b. In this case, my b here is 2, so they have to equal 2. And then I'm going to have different signs, but why am I going to have different signs? Look to the last symbol, just like we did before. This time it's negative. When this symbol right here, the last symbol is negative, you will 100% of the time have a plus and a minus, or a minus and a plus. It doesn't matter what order because you're multiplying. But you will have that. So anytime, let me say it one more time, anytime this symbol is negative, your factors are going to have a plus and a minus. Okay. So let's see why. So factors have to equal negative 35. So a times c. So 1 is my a. Remember, this is a squared, so this is a 1. And c is my 35. So 1 times 35, that is, negative 1 times 35 is a negative 35, so that works. If I add them, it's 34. I need it to be, trying to clean up so you can see a little bit. I need it to be 2. 34 is not negative 2, so that can't work. Same thing with 1 times negative 35. Well, that's negative 35, check. But adding, I get negative 34. I need it to be a negative 2. That doesn't work. So then I do my 5 and negative 7. If I multiply those, I get negative 35, which is what I'm looking for. And if I add those, I get negative 2. That works. So now pay attention here. Notice that the negative is the larger number because this is a negative. Your original problem, this is a negative. So you have to make sure that you get your negative 7, your minus 7, and then the plus with the 5. Because if I add 5 and negative 7, I get the negative 2. And then as always, you're going to check your factorization results. You're going to plug them back in. So that is how you are factoring trinomials with a equals 1 or a equals negative 1.